Good day, Broad Coven. I'm here to drop in with you to do an unboxing of this deck I received from a good fairy, our Bebo. This is the Sacred Rebels Oracle by Alana Fairchild. I was just mentioning how I was really wanting to experience more of her decks because I just think her artwork is so beautiful. I'm going to try not to go down a rabbit hole with sharing these cards because I do want to get in a collective wild card reading, and I could really get into a lot of descriptive detail and my own downloads just in looking at the cards, but we're going to check them out together and just going to dive right into a nice sturdy box, you know, nice presentation. Okay. So I do like that she always has a real sturdy box that comes with her cards, a little, you know, cover parchment paper there just to keep everything nice. And the book's always really quality, you know. I'm curious. She always has some interesting exercise usually. Yes, she has a healing process for this deck too. Okay, cool. So it has the meaning of the card inside. Just to give you an idea. Okay. And then she goes into a healing process, much like she has in previous decks. Oh, and look at this. I take this as a sign. We're heading out of the stormy weather collective. Look at this. After the storm, bottom of the deck energy there. Brand new beginning. Okay. Moving out of the heaviness. Maybe there's been a clearing of air recently. Maybe somebody had to blow their top to kind of diffuse some energy, much like thunder claps and lightning bolts come crashing down from the heavens. You know, sometimes you need to release some pent up energy to get beyond the firewall to really feel out what else is coming through. So this is the first card, After the Storm. And I'm just going to show each of them to you. And we're going to look at them together, and then we're going to dive into a read. This is Inner Trust. Ooh, got a couple cards stuck together here. Such an important quality to have right now. Inspiration. This is energy we're moving into. There's a real activation of muse energy at this time. I don't know if you all have been dipping into it, but I've definitely been having it come through for me. Against the grain. It's very interesting. And this is the movement right now. It is against the grain. We're doing things very differently at this time. Follow your own rhythm. Beautiful. Shock of the new. I think this is what everybody is sort of adjusting to right now. You know, sometimes even in the in-between places, it can be a bit of like absorbing the shock of realizing that everything is shifting and changing and at rapid pace. It's going to happen very quickly. It's not going to be some long drawn out affair. You know, everybody, I hope you're prepared for that. There's going to be a real quickening energy that's building now. 7, Legacy of Light. Ancestral energy there, really beautiful. Very beautiful. Be the hunter, not the hunted. And very fitting for the 4th jewel of the Tuatha De Danann quest that we're on right now, which is the quest for Liabil, the Stone of Destiny. Yes. You want to be the master of the hunt, not the one who's the target, right? What do you feel? We will be doing a portal report coming up for that this week, so do be on the lookout for that. Releasing allegiances. A lot of you are going through this right now. You know, some of you are looking some battle wounds, all right? Some of you have been dealing with themes of betrayal. Some of you are noticing a changing of your usual people, your go-to people, your inner circle is becoming smaller in some cases. I also think you're more mindful of who you're including in that inner circle. This is good, all right? It brings you into alignment. 11, diving for light. Beautiful. I love that, diving for light. Yes, sometimes you have to dive down into the depths, into the dark, to retrieve the light, to bring it to the surface. Absolutely. Every journey starts with a single step. I hope you're all getting more sure about the step that you need to take. I've already had quite a few revealed to me. It's been pretty wild. 13, power of attraction. What you want wants you, collective. That inner calling you're hearing right now. 14, going beyond normal. Oh, this was the perfect deck to get me right now with everything that is coming in and just what my downloads have been. This is a very musing deck. I can feel it. 15, big, bold vision. And Alana Fairchild is just an amazing visionary artist. I love all of her work. So the fact that she's putting out these cards, I just think is brilliant. 16, what you want wants you. Yeah, I think I just said that. Confirmation, 16, 7. Okay, Spirit giving a little confirmation there. What is already with you? Interesting. There's a little key right there. Key to manifestation, which we'll be focusing on a lot on this fourth jewel for the Tuatha De Danann. I'm going to bring in all kinds of stuff here on that. I'm learning too, okay? I'm learning too in very specific targeted areas where I have my own blocks. So we're going to be doing a lot of unraveling the blocks. You hear people talking about manifestation all the time, right? And they always talk about calling things in and what that looks like, or the law of attraction. You know, we hear about these things, but it's so important to understand the nature of your blocks and how to practically apply that, especially when those inner doubts, the programming starts really acting up. It can kind of cancel out what you're calling in. So we're going to do a lot of work on this, but it's an interesting experience as you start to really focus on this. I think it'll be powerful for all of us to really step in that role as creator in our lives. 18, spirals of manifestation. Dream a beautiful dream. Yes, and let's dream collectively. Let's move beyond just that superficial, personal gratification, and think about what is it that we're all needing right now. Maybe a little love, a little understanding, a little encouragement, okay? A little recognition for our efforts. This coming in, I don't know why, but I'm looking at this card and I didn't even read what it's called yet, but it's number 20. And that makes me think of the I Ching for contemplation. Maybe this is something that should be contemplated. What is the collective needing at this time? And maybe infusing a little bit of that into your daily earth walk. Softly, softly, the tender touch. Love it. Kuan Yin vibes. Beyond the mind, the heart beats, number 21. Beautiful. I've always loved this painting of hers. I recognize some of these paintings. She feels, she knows, number 22. Gorgeous. Very beautiful. Number 23, defend to the end the worthwhile. Absolutely. Absolutely. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything, I always say. New birth guarded vigilantly, number 24. Release the dark wound, let love live, number 25. Interesting. Interesting that they used, is that a koi? It looks like a goldfish. Interesting. Relax the hold of darkness and be at cause, number 26. Yeah, this is a manifestation deck. Perfect. Receiving, number 27. Oh, our Bibo is always so brilliant, just knowing the right medicine at the right time. The artwork is absolutely exquisite. Number 28, collaborative dreaming. '29, seeing the true you. Looks like Tori Amos. A little bit, doesn't it? 30, the perfection of your life. 31, trust yourself always. Always. You always have to trust yourself. It's a hard lesson to learn, though, right? Sometimes it is. Faith in the process. I think this is where most people are feeling a little challenged right now in the collective. You know, this territory, this Scorpio territory we're moving through it's interesting, but we're about to move into the Sagittarius energy. So just, you know, be prepared. We're going to have a little of that, you know, expansive energy coming in, a little bit more optimism. All right. So we'll get there. We'll get there. Number 33, heaven sent. There's all this like detail of just like the Merkabas in there and a lot of sacred geometry stuff. Very cool. In the world, not of the world, number 34. Conscious connections. Listening for truth, number 36. Focus on the light. And there's that sunflower imagery again. Each of those heads has fields of sunflowers in them, and that's what it's like right now with this light you're building, whatever visions you're calling in. It may seem like just a small little light you're nurturing now, but what grows from it will be more than you anticipate at this time if you're really consciously creating right now. Right now is, you know, it's important to remember to restore and replenish as well. Number 83, 38, maybe 83 is important for some reason. 1983, oh, my right palm is itching as I say that. Might have something to do with some type of prosperity. That's usually like your palm itches, your right palm itches when you're like receiving money. Okay, so there might be something that goes back from then for those of you who are maybe Generation Xers or you know, before that, you might recall something that maybe was at the forefront of your consciousness at that time. Maybe something is being brought forward in your consciousness at this time to be rebirthed, you know, kind of like dusting off an old dream. It's got those vibes. Maybe the more that you kind of like rest, restore, you know, let yourself get good quality sleep, more of this might surface in you. But that was number 38. 39, free from judgment, free to love. Ooh, yes, I like this. Sacred Fool, number 40. Everybody plays the fool sometimes, and yes, it is sacred to be the clown. It is sacred to be the fool. Absolutely. Heyoka energy. Bring it into form, number 41. Number 42, the world wants to be written. And there's been a lot coming in recently for the collective around the written word. So I do feel that like journaling or creative writing, lyrics, you know, writing poetry, all of this right now is really beneficial just to be able to sort of like see your internal process actualized externally. There's something about this come to life. 43, maybe it makes things come to life. Okay. I think writing things down like that can be a really potent practice. It's just a good way to, when you're writing something down, you're really focused on it, and you're actually bringing something into tangible form. So I think it can be really helpful to like write out your dreams daily, write out your goals daily, maybe pick so many things that you want to focus on. And then just every morning when you wake up, spend a little time just in creative visualization, getting into like that alpha, beta, state of mind. It's kind of a combination of the two. Get the delta waves going as well, but you do need to sort of like stoke your fire and your enthusiasm even as you're coming into sort of like this relaxed brain space, so there can be that spark of creativity. Visions of life beyond death. A lot of owl imagery in this deck. Pandora's gift. Yeah, sometimes it pays off to look in Pandora's box. All right, very cool. Okay, all right. That didn't take too long. I actually want to start out first by pulling a card for our Bebo because she got this lovely deck for the channel, and so I feel like she deserves to get the first little read. So we're just going to do a card pull for our Bebo and see, what is coming in for you throughout the remainder of this year. We're just going to do kind of like a general read like that, but I want to get a special little bit of guidance for our B, and then we'll go forward with the collective read here. What is coming in for our B the remainder of this year? And I'm just going to do a cut of the deck energy on this one for our B. Give them a nice shuffle though. 3 more times I heard. Okay. I also want to say welcome to all the new subscribers here. It's wonderful to have you. It's wonderful to have the community grow here. I'm very focused on community, and I look at broadening our community here, and all are welcome here. This is an all-inclusive space, and really excited to see the growth, and I really appreciate the support as well. So thank you so much, and thank you to all of you who've been here for the long haul. I appreciate you. All right, there we go. Okay, what does our B need to know right now? I'm going to take the card off the right-hand side, cutting it to the left. Okay, our B. The perfection of your life, 30. Beautiful. So right away, I see that it would be good for you to spend some time forest bathing. I'm getting that very strongly. It's an actual practice for entering a certain state of mind, meditative mind. And it's also a wonderful way to get tapped into a whole network of communication. I mean, the root system of the trees is all interconnected. So there's just a real grounding focus it will bring in your life, and it'll connect you to a deeper communication. I feel this deeper communication is wanting to flower in you through your ancestors, RB, wanting you to spend a little bit more time focusing on this energy, the grounding energy, even as you are moving into the expansion. Tree medicine is so good for that. It helps you keep your feet on the ground even as you're reaching up towards the heavens. I do feel like you're going to be experiencing a lot of higher consciousness, but there's something about this forest bathing. It's going to put you in a certain mindset, and I feel like this is going to support the things that you are manifesting in your life. I think your life is coming into a time of great balance. I feel like you got a lot of your spirit team on your side right now. They're bringing a lot of synchronicities into your life at this time. There's going to be doors of opportunities presented to you, and they have special gifts if you have the courage to walk through them. But I get that you're going to need to kind of like steady yourself to take advantage of these opportunities. 2030 on the clock when I said that, okay? Big alignment energy, big alignment that's being brought in by your guides for you, okay? So do this, you know, spend some time forest bathing. It's really going to help you. Just enter the correct mindset, very calm, grounded mindset is where you need to be right now. Yes, all of your, like, it's interesting. You're getting more uploads than you are downloads at this time, right? Everything is like rising up from the ground of your being and awakening in you. So do look for not only this guidance coming in through your ancestors, but you're also going to be experiencing like an awakening through your foundation. So I feel like something is getting worked out in your root chakra. And I just had the image of something's getting pulled out at the root. Okay, so you might even be getting some assistance from your ancestors on this. There's some energy healing happening with your body. It needs to come into alignment so you can get an upload. So this could be prepping for Kundalini awakening experience here. And there might be a need for you to spend some time with the trees, all right? Let's go ahead and see what the book says, though, because I want to hear what she has to tell you. We won't go into the healing process, okay? But I know how to get in touch with you, Arvivo, 2211. I'll send you a picture of the healing process, all right? Or maybe next time I talk to you, I will lead you through it. We can figure out how we want to do that, all right? Let's see, number 30. But I'll just read the meaning of the card. And I'm sure that, you know, everybody can benefit from hearing this too. I believe everything that comes through in a reading comes through for a reason, right? Okay. Have you ever seen a storm pictured from above? It can appear to be so beautiful and elegant. This is certainly different to the ground view, which can be quite a violent experience. So too, there's great beauty in your life now. However, at this point in the natural process, you may be experiencing it as anxiety-inducing rather than beautiful. You may sense it as internal chaos. You may feel it as something that is waiting to erupt from within, as a restlessness or an anxiety that you cannot quite articulate, but sense vaguely nonetheless. Perhaps the chaos is fully fledged and a person or situation in your life is causing all kinds of havoc, upheaval, or change and uncertainty in your world. Whether the chaos seems subtle, strong, internal, or external, this oracle brings the same message for you. All is unfolding according to a perfect higher order. You are currently enduring a cosmic spiritual storm, which is having an impact on you. It is clearing things out, ruffling feathers, and preparing you for that lovely, super fresh, uplifting feeling that one experiences after the storm has finally passed. If you have drawn the oracle of after the storm as well, which you haven't, but it might be wanting to come in for the collective after the storm. Oh, wasn't that was the first card we saw? We were doing an unboxing. That's right. That was. Okay. This message is amplified for you. Okay, so maybe it's for all of the collective too. Even if you have not chosen that card, but feel intuitively drawn to read the message for it after the healing process below, you are encouraged to do so. If you cannot believe there is anything happening, even at a subtle level, because you feel stuck, denied, bored, thwarted, or stale, this oracle brings you a message also. No matter what appears to be, in truth, there is only the unfolding creative genius of the universe. Genius! You have genius inside of you. It's awakening. You are not forgotten. You have not been looked over. You have not been denied, found wanting, or rejected as unworthy. The storm that needs to erupt is in your own heart. Do your liberating rain dance. Ooh, you know how to do that. Our Bebo's danced Oya before. rage, weep, pray, dance, paint, or sing. Express whatever is needed, however is needed to exorcise that blocked energy in your heart. I feel like it's something it's getting pulled out at the root, though. It may have an impact on your heart, but I feel it's something that's corded into your root. Got that very strongly, but I feel like you're getting help with this. You're going to be guided in how to clear it, Arbibo. That's what I got. Then you will call on the powerful perfection of your life path as it aligns for the next creative turn of the spiral of life. Once again, you will trust and directly experience the flower of life unfolding within you and around you. 26 on the clock as that wrapped up. All right. Well, that's significant. 8, you're in a process of manifestation. And I think it's just like I was saying, you know, it can be destabilizing when you start actually working with your creative power, right? When you reclaim your power, people think it's just like this ultimately freeing experience, but it isn't necessarily. It can be very destabilizing because it sets off like a chain reaction. It's like, okay, now I understand this one aspect, but there's so much more. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do a read for the collective. 2644, we're starting this. And this collective read is going to look at whatever these cards determine. All right. So I'm going to get a baseline with the Sacred Rebel Oracle. I'll do my download on the card, and then we'll read what she has to say about it. And I'm not going to go into the healing process, but I'll put out a healing process that's in alignment with what she brings forward later this week. I like to create my own healing processes, though. So I'll bring that in for you all in a separate video. And then once we get the baseline here, then we'll just pull out whatever cards want to come in and we'll build the story. So what does the collective need to know right now, Spirit? What does the collective need to know right now? We're going to go ahead and call in all signs into this reading. We're calling in Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Ophiuchus, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. What does the collective need to know right now? All right, getting our baseline read. Bottom of the deck, 29, seeing the true you. So I think right now you're in the final stages of reflection, and reflection not only by looking within, but also through looking without and just noticing the state your life is in. What is the quality of relationships you have right now? What are the experiences that are unfolding in your life at this time? Do they reflect who you truly are inside, or have you created kind of distorted manifestations because you haven't been really living in alignment with who you really are and what your true purpose is and what your heart's calling you to do? Maybe because you're afraid of not being able to rise to the challenge, or you're afraid of being judged. 29 on the clock when I said that. This is something that's very much in alignment with you. I feel like a lot of you have this at the forefront already. It's starting to awaken in you. You're tapping into that musing energy. But this is like really looking at what you're seeing in the outer reality as it matches up with your inner reality. Is it a reflection of the true you? And if not, what needs to be cleared within yourself? What old, tapes are you running in your consciousness? What stories do you continue to tell yourself? Where are you putting your focus? Are you constantly looking back at the past and something that happened back there that's already like done and over with? Nothing you can do about it now? Or are you constantly worried about what may happen in the future? Is there a way you can bring your attention more to the present, when you start feeling pulled? Okay, it's coming in as just an initial focus. All right, so you're getting in alignment with the true you at this time. These cards are always slippery to start. Ooh. Oh, well, we got a whole deck that came out right there. Got a few of them. Against the grain, number 4. Okay, so you're swimming against the grain. I got salmon medicine with this, okay? you know, they do that run where they're really like swimming upstream. Okay. So you may feel like you're swimming upstream right now, and yet you know that there's a lot of helping hands on deck. There's a lot of energies that are pulling you in this direction. And so you're swimming against the grain, nonetheless. This is going to be the foundation of your future. And you really got to trust yourself with this, okay? Because though you can't see it right now, there is so much that's going to grow from this. I mean, this is really just being in a position of seeing the transformation manifest. I got big spring energy with this. I'm just noticing all the totems here. Pretty wild. Look at that hummingbird medicine, bird of paradise energy. You know, we got a lot of imagery here that's talking about the joy coming back into life and opening up communication and experiencing transformation. There's a lot of rebirth energy here. There's also this medicine here that's about having the great integrity and the courage of the lioness, you know, being brave enough to head toward the dreams. I think it's interesting that it's a lioness. This really speaks to me of the energy of, ooh, let me see. This might be, I'm trying to see if there's markings. I can't tell. It almost has a little bit of a jaguar medicine feel to it as well. Jaguar medicine is about, it's coming in, so whether it is or not, I'm getting this download about Jaguar medicine. Jaguar medicine is about having impeccable integrity, okay? It's so important to have impeccable integrity when working with Jaguar medicine, but it also helps you navigate the unknown territory, all right? It promises that where you end up puts you into alignment with your integrity. The fact that it came in as a lioness, though, lets me know that this is time for us to really focus on building that creative power and having the courage to exercise our creative voice in the world, however we express that, right? So this is a building of the creative energy. We got a lot of dream time kind of medicines coming in here too, with the monkey and the lizard energy here. Both are guides that can help navigate dream time or journeying, working with that kind of medicine. We got sloth here too, just reminding us to, you know, take it easy at times too. We don't have to rush. Everything is happening in its due time. And of course, snake here for transformation, shedding old skins so we can come into our new form. And we got frog medicine here too, which is all about spiritual cleansing and that dragonfly, more dream time. So I feel like there's a lot of stuff that's coming in on a visionary level for us collectively right now. It's important to pay attention to the dreams. It's important to pay attention to the archetypal symbols that show up. You know, are you seeing certain things show up in your environment on a consistent basis? You know, those synchronicities are not accidental. They're actually archetypal symbolism that's communicating something to you. It's a key that can unlock a new manifestation in your life. And look at this, you're about to receive. You're about to receive something. There's some kind of beautiful sweetness that's coming into your life, something that's like an answered prayer. I got this, to me, this energy coming in that she's imbibing there. It's reminding me simultaneously of like a plume of smoke, like when you send up a smoke signal to spirit, when you're praying for some help, praying for some sustenance, praying for some kind of sign, you know, that you're heading in the right direction. Some of you get white feathers coming in as signs. It's interesting. I don't often find white feathers out this way, but I just came across one myself recently. And this is a big symbol for me on my path. It is for many people, but I had a really significant dream that brought that in. So I feel like this is also talking about those things that you've dreamed about. You know, maybe you received certain guidance coming through from your spirit team that was telling you certain things to come. Maybe you get prophetic dreams, or you have certain visions that come through for you clairvoyantly. And normally you see these things come to pass, but this one's taken a hot minute. This prayer's taken a hot minute. I feel like this is an answered prayer. This is an answered prayer coming through. I'm also getting this piece. You might be finding, you know, more white feathers. That this is a sign as well that you're getting close to this point of receiving. But this is about also just trusting that you were wise to move against the grain. You know, you're wise to move against the grain at this time. Swim against the current. It may look like you're on your own, but there's help there reaching out for you to pull you upstream. All right. And there's going to be a lot of growth and beauty and reward that comes through this. Also awakening inside of you. So this looks really good. Receiving. You're about to receive something that's really going to like restore you, man. It's going to make all the effort worth it. Okay, let's check it out. What do I want to drop in with? Let's drop in with the black and white tarot here, okay? Let's just get sort of like a baseline read. This is a lot that came in here. Let's see. I'm going to pick one card. Let's pick receiving to hear her message, and then we'll dive into this glow-in-the-dark tarot to just expand on the message for the collective. So number 27, that's 9 energy. So we're looking at some kind of spiritual growth coming through that brings also a gift from spirit, a little bit of luck that brings us into alignment, right? Alignment. What we want wants us too, that thing that we want. And it's funny because people think of what they want and they're like, well, no, you know, it doesn't. It doesn't. I wanted that job and I didn't get that job, or I wanted to be with that person forever and ever and it didn't work out. But you know, sometimes the mind thinks it knows best, and really your heart and soul knows so much more that, you know, the intellect can't grasp. So you may think that you wanted something, you know, but what you really want, as you'll discover, is what you'll find when you're led there. This coming through for some reason. So they bring that in. Okay. Number 27. You are so loved. Your every need is witnessed and responded to by the universe. However, you sometimes forget this. You become swept up in the momentum of habitual consciousness, and you forget to take a moment to stop, breathe, and be. In that moment, you can receive the love of the universe that is receiving you. It will nourish you with contentment and energy. You have not done this enough, so your soul is becoming parched and is drying out. Energy has been going out of you, but there is not enough coming back in. It is time to bring something back in for you to receive and be received. You are being offered a chance for restoration now, to feel nourished, cared for, and loved. Accept it. You deserve it. The healing process below will help you surrender any guilt or shame you feel for having needs in the first place. It will also help you overcome any struggle that you have receiving and accepting so that your needs can be met. Do you know how much joy the universe gains from being able to give to you? When you delight in what you receive, when you openly embrace a gift and are so happy with it, the universe is fully received by you. In this grace and space, there is joyful communion between you and life. Energy flows more freely and magic happens. When you demur saying you cannot accept that it is too great a gift or that you are not worthy, you are impeding that flow. You are inhibiting the communion, the connection, the playful interaction between you and the universe. Enough with the false modesty and guilt. You are a radiant sun in human clothing, An exquisite life experience is your birthright. Enjoy it. Oh yeah, I'll enjoy it. I hope you all will enjoy it too. Soak it up, all of it, including the restoration of sacred rest. Yes, for sure, man. From that place of nourishment, you will feel more effortlessly creative, alive, and love with greater energy and thriving, pulsing passion. Mm. The earth rests each night so it can greet the sun again each morning with the spectacular living art of sunrise. Allow yourself to switch off, step away, close the laptop, switch off the phone, and just be with yourself for a little while. You will return and be more efficient and effective. Rest now, play now, and work later. Forget your worries for a while, switch it off, do something else, let it all go, and it will all flow. So just chill, man. It's all coming. Looks like you got an exquisite, spectacular life experience on the way. It's your birthright, man. Just chill, man. It's coming. And also, don't push away, the support that wants to come your way or those gifts that people want to extend to you. Embrace them, all right? Magician energy, okay, bottom of the deck here. So brand new cycle, you stepping into the role as creator. Let's just see, what is this beautiful bounty that the universe wants to pour into the collective right now? What is the collective ready to receive? What is this exquisite, spectacular life experience that's on deck, that's our birthright? What is wanting to come in for the collective spirit? What is wanting to come in for the collective spirit? What is wanting to come in for the collective spirit? All right. Bottom of the deck energy. Someone's coming forward very swiftly to communicate something of importance where you felt stuck. Things are moving forward as a result of some kind of inspired communication that's coming through. Look for somebody to send you a message, to reach out to you. Somebody's going to reach out and touch someone. Someone has words to express that they've held in their heart for a long time. Could be air sign energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, doesn't have to be. And do remember, when I bring in the signs, it's for any significant placement in the chart. So Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, Mercury, Mars, Saturn, Pluto, or even a significant placement in that sign's house. All right, we have all the signs within us, but I like to bring them in because I know you all like them. So I'm still trying to decide how I want to do that. Sometimes I feel like it might be better to leave it at the end, and just talk about all the signs in play. Let everybody assign their own roles, but, who knows. So we got one card coming out face down here, and then we have some of the crossing position. Yeah, look at this. Boom. It's coming in. It's coming in quick. This is going to happen before we hit winter solstice, right? So it happens in the fall season. Some big, bold action is coming forward as a result of this communication. This is the start of something new, something that will bear fruit. It's a real strong action. Let's see, what are these crossing energies? We got the Knight of Pentacles, okay? So this is going to take some commitment, whatever this is, but there is a moving forward, and this could be moving forward in a commitment. You might be surprised. Some of you have been single for a long time. You may not be single much longer. This could be something that moves you into commitment, all right? We have the Hierophant with the Knight of Pentacles with the Chariot, all right? Something's moving forward here. It's moving forward with passion and purpose. It's got a lot of strength behind it, a lot of fire behind it. Taurus energy factoring strongly with the Hierophant coming out here, also with the Knight of Pentacles energy. That's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And then we got Cancer here with the Chariot, okay? Really bold, strong action that's being taken here. I also feel like this is going to be manifested by the full moon in Cancer on the 26th of December. You will see this. You will be moving forward with this, okay? And there's a serious commitment being made here. For some of you, this is joining some kind of organization. This is something that has to do with your career. This has to do with signing a contract on the bottom line. It's going to take hard work, dedication, but whatever you're investing in here, there's going to be a lot of growth from this. All right, tell us about Tell us about this. Ooh, this is something that there's been a lot of competition for, okay? On the bottom of the deck energy, we got the 5 of Wands, okay? A lot of competition for this and maybe some unfair play as well with the 5 of Swords here. You may have felt like this opportunity was stolen right out from under you, but here comes this energy to speak a truth, to set things straight. Something's being recovered here. And we got the King of Wands here, all right? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, strong, independent energy. This could be a fire sign energy coming forward to speak some truth. So let's hear what is this truth? What is being communicated here? What is this opportunity potentially coming in from a fire sign? Could also be somebody born on the Cancer Leo cusp, just because we had the Chariot come out there. So let's see, what is this being communicated here? It's something that moves out of the crossroads, okay? Because I just want to show you right here. We have this coming up in a crossing position, but it's moving on the upswing. So I feel like something's been stuck, but it's not stuck anymore. We know that, okay? It's moving. What gets moving? Look at this. This is a love relationship. This is coming into union. So for most of you, this is serious commitment, all right? It's serious commitment. For others of you, I could see how this could apply on a business level. It might be some kind of partnership, all right? In that case, I feel like you're in a creative field or you do some kind of healing work, all right? There's like some kind of creative work, healing work, metaphysical angle to the work you do. You might be partnering with somebody on a project. It really takes off. It's going to require commitment, all right? This is like, some people may feel like it's a little bit of an unfair advantage here. Maybe you're getting an investor, okay, with the 5 of Swords. But you remember, you deserve it. It's your birthright. Okay, what else is coming in here for the collective? What else we got coming in for the collective? Let's hear some more about this. So far we got fire, air, earth on the board. And we got water too, okay? So we did get Cancer coming in, all right? So everybody's out on the board. So it's interesting because something needs to be thrown away first, all right? So there's one direction that you have to cast aside in order to take advantage of this opportunity, all right? You got to change your view on something. You've been looking out towards your future. You wanted to plant a particular seed in a particular direction. You had a certain dream or goal. That needs to be cast aside at this time because you need to get a whole new view in this situation. Where you were heading is not where you're heading anymore. What's the basis of this? Yeah, there's no fruit there, okay? There's nothing left there. If you continue to pursue this direction, you're just going to find that you're entering periods of just stagnancy, maybe even ill health. Everything's just stuck in gridlock, maybe even losing finances, all right? But if you head in the new direction, look at this. You got a brand new beginning in love. Brand new beginning in love. Magician energy, Aquarius, Aries energy there. We also have an Ace of Cups here. This is a summer timing card. So we got a couple things on the board here. We've had 3 aces. The Ace of Pentacles is in reverse right now because whatever you're trying to manifest right now, you're going to be scrapping. You're going through some kind of revision. That's what I got, all right? There's some kind of revision coming in. It's when you receive this communication, it changes everything. You totally abandon your old goals and you're heading in a new direction. A lot of people may feel like you get an unfair advantage in this situation, but it really pays off by the summer, okay? Your new beginning will be firmly in place, but first you got to cut off, what needs to be pruned here because there's no more growth in a particular direction. Scorpio energy coming in here, all right? And the sooner you do this, the better, all right? Because if you continue to invest in this direction, there's nothing there. This definitely requires a change of direction. Something that was fixed needs to get moving here. A Ophiuchus could be involved with moving this thing forward. Fixed energies that are in place that might be going through a change in circumstances where things are really starting to switch up could be Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, and Scorpio there, all right? So something is shifting here. It's just in its humble beginning stages, though. Big earth sign energy for this needing to walk away from something, all right? Also coming in with water here, too. Now we got all the water. We got all the water and earth coming in. Wow. Okay. Yep. Something needs to be put to a stop so you can move forward. All right. There's something you need to learn. There's some communication coming in. Page of Pentacles here. All right. This always implies a learning curve. What you hear, it implies a learning curve. There's something you need to know. I believe that's coming in through communication. Queen of Pentacles energy here. It makes you really consider, where do you want to invest your energy? You're really studying this Ace of Pentacles in your lap. You know, to truly follow your heart, you need to walk away from one thing to head toward that Ace of Cups, that thing you're longing for. This may be initially a little disillusioning, destabilizing. Cancer, Pisces energy here. And you kind of have to follow your own way with the Hermit, Virgo energy here. Only using the light inside to guide you. There may not be a lot of people that are going with you at this time, but you need to just trust, okay, where you're being led. There's something you need to block off, okay, because there's nothing that's going to come from it. As soon as you let this go, and Ted just confirmed that, as soon as you let that go, yeah, there's nothing but heartache and confusion and imbalance here, all right, with the Three of Swords to the Two of Pentacles. Your hope lies elsewhere. Look at this. And then you got Queen of Wands, King of Wands, all right? And what's right behind that? Emperor energy with the Ace of Swords behind that, all right? That's the truth, okay? This truth needs to be communicated first, though. You won't get this reroute until this truth is communicated. And then you're going to have the action to move forward, all right? So fire sign energy factoring strongly, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We had bold action, air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We got the Ace of Swords here, communicating a strong truth, aligning with the truth. It gives hope for moving forward. It's also about moving into that North Node, the destiny, transforming fate into destiny. So there's been some loss here. There's been some betrayal here. There's been some blockage. This is being released because it has no more bearing on your future. There's nothing that can grow here. So you're just waiting to receive like the memo, like, okay, what's next? And it's coming in. It's going to come in very rapidly. And then you come into alignment. It's two very independent energies coming into alignment with each other. This certainly could be for a business project for some people, or a creative project. But there's big love implications on the board, all right? We got the Emperor here. That's Aries energy. It's also Taurus energy. We got Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy here. All right. Let's see. Any further information about this partnership? Any further information about this partnership? Oh, I was told to do a cut of the deck and pull out my wild cards. Okay. Look at this. This is celebration. Some of you are going to be, getting marriage proposals, or you're going to be making it official. All right. This could be a big opening. This is a big moment of success, some kind of arrival in matters of career, okay, or a creative project, like something really pops off. You'll be sending out invitations with this one. All right. Sagittarius energy there. Very strong. Okay. Let's go ahead and check it out. I'm going to pull out my trusty wild cards, and we'll see what else wants to come in. Give us some more details about this. King of Hearts, bottom of the deck. Yeah, this is an emotional love offer. Water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio coming in there. There is some king who is expressing his love. That's what I got. He's speaking from the heart. He's speaking with passion and purpose. He's making his intentions clear. This person may have been guarded before. They're not guarded any longer. They want to get this off their chest, and it gets everything in motion. Emotion gets things in motion. It doesn't help when it's held inside. Yeah, I feel like that's where all the gridlock's been coming through. Something hasn't been communicated. Bottom of the deck energy. Yeah, it's like this person's not fighting this anymore with 5 of clubs in reverse. They're done with the games, okay? This person might have been playing some games, okay, with it in the shadow. They might have been like trying to like spark like competitive energy. Maybe they wanted to see if you would fight for them. Okay, I just got that. They wanted to see if you would fight for them. They needed the ego boost. Woo! Yeah, this could have been a King of Diamonds energy in the shadow. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This might have been somebody who also was a little bit superficially motivated, like all they care about is like appearances, all they care about is money, all they care about is status. So this could have been, you know, somebody who needed to kind of like see the light come into their heart more. Could have earth and water strongly factoring into their chart here. Yeah, they had to let something go, and this is what they needed to let go of, because this 4 of spades in the light landed right on top of that 5 of clubs in the shadow in reverse. So they had to transform this. I feel like they've made up their mind, okay? So somebody's approaching, they've made up their mind. They know what they want, collective, okay? What do they want? What does this King of Hearts want? He wants healing with the 3 of Hearts that came out here. He recognizes that things got really screwed up by some kind of, you know, third party interference, and also just not being healed, operating out of his shadow, okay? Third party interference, I'm getting specifically 2 messages here. One message is either they had an addiction, they told you that they were recovered, that they might have been gambling, okay, with the Joker in reverse here in the shadow, or that they were spending a lot of money on this thing, okay? Maybe they went a little broke from this. Maybe that's why money's been a little tight in the household, okay, because they kind of went back to a bit of an addiction. They've been keeping this concealed. They've been keeping this hidden, but they've gotten some kind of help. They're straightening this out. That's for some people. For others, you know, he really realized that it's not all about money. This person realized it's not all about money. It's not all about, you know, the superficial stuff. They started to really realize what they could be losing if they didn't, you know, get out of their ego a little bit. In other cases, there was, you know, somebody that they were lured toward because maybe they presented some kind of like level up, or this could be in both business or romance, all right? They presented some kind of level up, or they, you know, they thought they looked good, you know, they could be good for image or whatever. And so they got kind of suckered in by that. And then, you know, they got a little too full of themselves in the process. What do we got over here? Yeah, they put an end to that. Look at this. Ace of Diamonds in the light. This person's seeing the light. Yeah, they realized that in the past they acted too impetuously with the Jack of Spades coming up in the shadow here. And they didn't take you seriously, Queen of Diamonds, okay? They didn't see that, you know, you really knew your worth and your value with the 9 of Diamonds coming up here. They also see you've been building something for yourself. And there's a little bit of like divine humor coming through here. It's like, oh, now you're back around. Now that I got the goods and you're on the lower rung of the wheel, you might be inclined to reject this with the 4 of Spades coming up in the shadow. Interesting. You might feel like this person has too many options with the 7 of Hearts here. All right. Well, but let's see. Is that true? What's the real deal here? And these cards always give it real and raw. So, any further information here? Any further information here? All right. Got a light card coming out here. I mean, I think that there's going to be some kind of declaration or statement made on social media. There's going to be some kind of public coming out about this, and maybe that's what's going to change the deal for you. You know, maybe this person was not willing to like really like say, yeah, like I'm invested in this person. I'm invested in this dream, and it means something when they finally do. Cut the deck energy. Yeah, you know, I don't know. This competition's really hanging heavy over you. And here's this ace of clubs here. I don't know, you know, you might, again, there's that piece, like some people might think it's an unfair advantage. Let's see. I want to see what the super awesome future cards have to say about it. Should the collective go for this offer when it comes their way? It looks like it's a little plain dirty, you know. It looks a little bit of kind of like getting some kind of advantage that other people may feel isn't quite so fair. I mean, you know, you might be working with some devilish tactics there. It's possible. Let's see what we got here. Crossing energy. I mean, you're meant to head in this direction. You got the spaceship here. This is like a brand new, you know, a brand new direction for you. All right. I think that you're meant to let go of whatever's going to keep you in that old energy. Whatever this is that's heading towards you, you might be worried about it being like the same old because you've been through this kind of stuff repeatedly. And that's actually not what this is about at all. This person actually really wants to, you know, invest with you. They want to go the distance with you. And this is a brand new experience with whoever this is that's approaching you. And it could be a call to head in a totally new direction. This might be a new person that you're hesitant to really give a chance because you're still worried about what happened back there and your focus is in the right place. But with the spaceship, this is all about moving into expansion. It's also letting you know that you haven't been here before, okay? So if you are reuniting with somebody and you feel really called to head in this direction, just know that you're in uncharted territory. You know, you can't expect things to pan out the same way. Again, there's that full moon energy here. The lunar cycles are really important. I feel like the Sagittarius new moon on the 12th will be significant of December. And then again, the 26th for that Cancer full moon. You're going to know what this is and you're going to be ready to like get the ticket and go for the ride. I'm picking that up very strongly. Okay. What you're meant to release is this, where it's, you know, not feeling like you're at home, like you don't belong, like it doesn't fit, like it's out of harmony, like you're just a stranger in a strange land. No one gets you, where there's clashing, there's arguments, there's drama, where it's just constant work. And you feel like you're always having to educate other people about who you are because they really don't get you at all. It's time to, like, you know, clear out the grief of this old cycle, the heaviness of this old cycle, and get your head and your heart on the same page and align with this new direction, okay? Because what happened back there needed to happen back there, right? Anything else you want the collective to see about this? Anything else you want the collective to see about this? Ooh, yep. You're throwing away an old temptation. You recognize that one direction that you were heading in that was distracting you, maybe even distracting you from somebody you're already with. You were thinking the grass was greener on the other side. You found out there was nothing but snakes in that grass, man. You're relying on a certain higher knowledge, higher wisdom that you've gained here, all right? So, you know, it's interesting. It's interesting. There's a lot of secret energy here. There's a lot of secret energy here. Throwing away temptation, but still doing things in secrecy. And there's something a little fishy here. So I don't know. It's very wild. I'm going to dive into this a little bit deeper. I'm going over on my recording limit for doing a live. So I'm going to have to upload this the old-fashioned way. But I want to go into this deeper because it feels to me like this is saying here, I want to pull out these cards again. You need to go potty? Yeah, you need to step out for a minute? Come here. Come here. I got to pull up your shirt, honey. It's cold. It's cold outside. Teddy's been wearing his shirt lately. I'm going to look into this a little deeper because it's almost saying like maybe that's the piece why people will think you attain this in kind of a shady way. Because with the cats here, this is like kind of a gossipy, backbiting, kind of shady energy. And something is being thrown away here. It looks like a relationship is being thrown away here. Could it possibly be A relationship that was divided by temptation is being thrown away. For somebody, they feel like this is a win. I feel like that's coming through very strongly for, it really seems like earth, fire was like the main focus of that. Let's see. I mean, there were other players that were involved, but it was overwhelmingly earth and fire. So maybe earth and fire, you're gaining something that looks like an unfair advantage, or you achieved it through questionable means, something along those lines. At least that's like maybe public opinion about it, or what your friends think about it. Okay, let's see. Let's get some details on this. There's too much secrecy, kind of like temptation energy here. And it looks like there's some shadowy influences. So let's check it out. Leave that door open for him. Bottom of the deck, we do have 7 of diamonds. It's coming in the light. With Queen of Hearts coming in the light, okay? So we do see that you are wanting to invest in this direction. King of Hearts to Queen of Hearts, all right? So there's alignment here. You're both wanting to invest in that direction. So, I mean, how wrong can it be? Maybe you went about it in a way that was kind of like behind the scenes. Could have been the other woman with the Queen of Clubs coming up in the shadow there, I have to say it, and coming into this alignment with the 4 of Clubs, which is pretty much equivalent to the 4 of Wands, all right, for the most part. But it is coming in the shadow here. So, yeah, I mean, this looks like third-party division, you know, and it led to somebody's loss. But this is one of those things where somebody's loss is your gain, and there's that 5 of Spades coming up in the shadow. Okay, well, it looks like, you know, you got what you wanted. This is coming in for you. That's coming to light. But what you may not realize is it could be a real burden. Be careful what you wish for. You just might get it. This is what's going to come to light with the 8 of Spades coming up in the light. And with the 9 of Spades in reverse coming up in the light, that's like, woof. You might understand another side to this experience. That's what I get. It does have kind of be careful what you wish for. You just might get it vibes. Interesting. Yep. This is what I got. It seems like it's one of those things that it's like, oh, you know, I waited so long for this. And there were so many blockages and so many delays with the 2 of Spades to the 9 of Clubs to the 10 of Hearts in the light. This is what I've been waiting for. But here comes the commitment, the Ace of Diamonds, and it's in the shadow. It would be better blocked, but you wanted it, so you got it. It looks like that. That's what it's coming through as. You wanted it, you got it. All right, so that's what's going on there. Let's see what's going on with the other signs, okay? Any other signs wanting to come through? We had a lot of fire and earth come through on that one. All right, let's see. You know, it's funny the way things get balanced out sometimes. Let's see what else wants to come through. We have a little bit of water up here too. We have a little bit of air as well, but that really feels overwhelmingly earth and fire. I'm almost getting earth fire combo signs. That's really speaking to, okay? You might be like playing some dirty pool, or somebody might be playing some dirty pool with you in order to like gain an advantage with you or to make this wish fulfillment come through. Just be mindful, you know, in making this commitment, you know, because there's something here that's attached to this for sure. Okay, let's see. Okay, here we go. We got Queen of Spades in the light. We got Gemini, Libra, Aquarius coming through there. All right, what's coming in for the air sign energy? What's coming in for air sign energy? Looks like you're on maybe a lot of air sign energies are kind of walking away from something at this time for this to come out after that. Maybe this is something that you're turning down or you're turning away from. You don't want a certain commitment. Oh, woof. Oh my gosh, a lot came out with that. Okay, let's see. We have, yeah, you feel like it's a cock blocker with the 4 of diamonds to the 5 of diamonds coming up in the shadow. You feel like it blocks your flow, man. It blocks your ability to succeed. You feel held back by something and you're getting rid of it. Let's see what this, yep, because it causes too much stress and financial imbalance. Isn't that wild? What's coming up in the light? 4 of hearts. Yep, you're realizing this. You're realizing, air signs, you're realizing that something or someone in your life is an actual cock block to you living your best life. That's give more details about this, okay? So something's really come to light about this for air sign energy. All right. What else is coming in for air sign energy around this? What does air sign energy want to communicate about this? What's coming in for air sign energy around this? The thing that they're letting go of. It looks like something that was an offer you're casting aside. You feel like it'll put you in a place of loss. You're turning some offer down. It could be an offer to get in some kind of business arrangement. It could be an offer to get into some kind of commitment. Okay. All right. That's all just, whoa, turned over like that. Interesting. Yep. Okay, yeah, you were done with this. Ace of Spades, all right? Because some hidden stuff came to light, all right, in the shadow. And here comes this offer, Ace of Diamonds in the light. You know, though, it's no good. When it comes to love, look at this, Ace of Hearts in the shadow, okay? 3 of Diamonds. You feel like there's no way for this to work if you want your ships to come in with the 3 of Clubs in the shadow. You know it will block. Yeah, look at this, King of Clubs in the shadow. Yeah, you just don't trust the advance for some reason. Look at this, Ace of Clubs in the shadow. You don't trust this advance at all. And you may feel like this person also brings out the worst in you. You may feel really cold towards this person. You may feel really angry with this person. You may be kind of more on the bitchy side, but with the Queen of Spades in the shadow, this is like, no, I'm looking toward a different horizon because this is nothing but disappointing. So it looks like this air sign energy is moving away from something because they feel like it blocks their flow. It fucks up their flow. They're looking for more free flow, expansion, especially financially. Yep, look at that. Work, 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 building, building, building. This is what y'all are focused on right now, okay? All right. Anything else about that before I just go ahead and ask for water sign energy? Because I feel like there was a lot that didn't really come in for them. Yeah, you know that it's all about the money with this person. There's something you don't trust. There's something you don't trust about the advance. If this person is approaching you about work, wanting to invest in your business, something along these lines, you feel like this person will pull a fast one and you'll end up being the one that gets taken advantage of in this situation. You're not trusting this. This feels to me like, but there was the Ace of Hearts there too. So it's like, maybe you feel, whoo, this just fell on the ground. Maybe you feel like somebody approaches from the emotional angle, but you actually know that there's something superficial operating. Yeah, look at that. This is what fell on the ground. The Jack of Hearts in the shadow. You don't trust this at all. You're saying, no. Okay, very interesting, very interesting. Anything else about this? What's on the other side of this for the air signs once they turn this down? What's on the other side of this if they turn down this offer? Looks like a false offer coming your way, air signs. Don't believe the hype, man. That's what I just heard. Oh, come on. Mm. Yeah, you've had more than one go around with this individual here. You've walked away from this a few times. You know, it always ends up the same. It's always like, you know, some kind of shady stuff going on. This person's a finesser. Yep. And you know that there's somebody, there's a Queen of Hearts involved. That came forward. Isn't that funny? And it's very much like it's all focused on money, what can be established. You know, look at this. You also don't trust this situation. You know, you feel like this is a situation you can really get stuck. You don't want to be connected to this. That's what I got. And these all came out together. You're making an executive decision, masculine, air sign energy. You're like, nope, I see it very plainly. This is nothing but a bunch of fuck shit. I'm not dealing with this anymore. I ain't about to get stuck with the 8 of spades. I ain't worried about nothing anymore. I'm dropping this. It's not in alignment with me, with the theory of 11 in reverse. I'm putting a fork in it. It's totally done. I will not be going back to what I know is just going to screw me over as it has every time, because it's a worthwhile investment. It's a worthwhile investment. It's not a worthwhile investment. It's not a worthwhile investment. No, really, crosswatchers, it's a worthwhile investment. Maybe they'll be really trying to convince you that it's a worthwhile investment. I say no dice on that. All right. I feel like I need to grab these cards and integrate them back in. Now I want to ask for water sign energy, okay? I feel like that's enough for you to know. Your blessings are on the other side of this. You got to let this go, right? You got to get this thing out of the way, air sign energy. You get this thing out of the way, and then you're golden, okay? Everything you want is on the other side of this. And this came out, this card, this arcane bullshit card, kind of got pushed to the side by the stack that landed on there. So air signs, yeah, this is a floppy key. It don't open the doors you want to go through, all right? hold out for that solid key, all right? You know what I'm saying? Okay. Water side energy. Let's go ahead and get a little feel for you about what's going on here. We had earth and fire kind of took the forefront there. So it looks like they're coming together with something. They got a little like subversive means, but you know, they're getting what they want. So wish granted. We got Air Collective going, hell no. Enjoy, please. And hold now, okay? Make an executive decision focused on what you're building for yourself. Don't want to have your flow fucked with anymore, okay? I think that's why. It's Air Sign Collective, all right? Because it didn't look like a good deal. I don't blame you. And then let's see. Water Sign Collective. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. What does Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio need to know? You all were trying to, it's like air and water tried to introduce themselves a little bit, but it's sort of like earth and fire is sort of like ruling over everything right now. Here you go. Queen of Hearts, okay. Bottom of the deck energy. There you are. You're really tapping into your intuition. You know that, you know, something's just a disappointment there. With the 5 of Hearts in reverse, in the shadow, I think you looked at this thing over and over and over and over again. You kept trying to find the silver lining in this situation, and you just knew. No matter how many times you tried to be hopeful in your heart and you tried to give the benefit of the doubt, it led to this. It led to this real disappointment here. I think you're finally in the place where you're no longer willing to fight for this anymore, because all the fight has been wrung out of you. And instead, you're going to wait for a love that really works, you know, because that didn't work. You're looking for, you know, the kind of love that wants to pour into you, not you and Jill and Sue and Tanya and Tanisha, okay? You're looking for somebody that just wants to pour into you and you into them. Okay. I feel like you're beginning by sort of like you're healing your heart. I feel like that's what you're doing right now. This really took a lot out of you. I think you felt worked in this situation. You felt worked. You saw this person, you know, as your ideal, you know. You had a lot of respect for this person. And this is what you're looking for. You know, you want somebody that you can really like, you know, build something with, but y'all are looking in two different directions. I think you're still kind of looking at this person, but you know that there's a third party in the way. There's that fire sign, Queen of Clubs in the shadow, mistress energy. This could have been somebody who was already committed that you were involved with. For some of you water signs, right? You knew this person was committed or you were committed, so you had to sneak around to be with them. You know, it was sort of like it was almost over before it started in that situation. There was no way it could work because it was built on a faulty foundation. You know, you wanted it to work. You wanted it to work, but there was always so much competition in the situation. You finally just realized it was just time to give that up. Okay. You need something that's more of an even give and take, you know, a reciprocal flow. And I see you definitely like blocking this energy. You're really blocking it. You've learned your lesson. You got so burdened by this situation. You're like, forget it. All right. So it looks like that's an interesting piece here. But what will come in for water signs now? It's I think what we want, air signs and water signs, is on the other side of this. It's like we really just have to be like, no, you know, have that. Have at it, man. Hold out for the real deal, man. No floppy keys. We're done with that stuff. Yeah, let's see. Interesting. Queen of Spades. This came in. 3 of Diamonds. Okay, so something coming in here. All right. So I feel like I feel this Queen of Spades is really speaking to those who are like choosing to turn something down, and you're holding out for what you really know is true for you. And maybe you have to go your own way. It's not necessarily a popular thing. Maybe people don't really see things the way you do, but what's the truth here? It looks like something's going to work for you. What's going to work for you? It looks like you're also investing in work. You're looking to build something for yourself. Something's moving into harmony here. Okay. Something is being transformed. Yeah, look at this. You're moving. Queen of Diamonds, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in the shadow. 6 of Spades in the light. You're moving away from this energy. And because you're moving away from this energy, now your finances are no longer blocked. I feel that this is going to be like a financial turnaround is what's going to happen for air and water, okay? There's something that starts to actually, you're going to realize that this thing was a block to you. This thing was a block. It was blocking your flow, man. Yeah, look, it was stealing from you. It was stealing your growth and your success from you with the 7 of Spades in the light. You recognize this is a time waster. Okay, so we recognize that. What's on the other side of that? Okay, let's exemplify this as well. Okay, so here's the crossroads. Okay, so clearly there's a block that needs to be effectively removed. Maybe this block is still in place. Ooh, Queen of Hearts in the shadow. I don't know, Queen of Hearts. What's going on with this, man? You might be having a little harder time like letting go. It looks like the Queen of Spades keeps showing up in the light. Okay, so it looks like feminine air. You're doing a real good job at what you do best. Moving on. That's air sign energies are just really good at just going like, hey, it's the facts. This is what it is. All right, onward. You may be having a little bit harder of a time. You might still be holding on to this. You might still look at, because of the way this came in too with the Queen of Diamonds, you were looking at the King of Diamonds, okay? You could have water and earth strongly aspected in your chart. you might still be hoping, but this energy is moving in a different direction, all right? And look at this, okay? We got Queen of Clubs in the light with the 6 of Clubs in the light to the 8 of Diamonds in the light. So this is like moving into that real independent energy. This is using your fire in the sense of being very much, you know, the captain of your own ship. You're choosing what you want to invest in. You're choosing what you want to grow in your life. And it looks like it's all about work and something you're building for yourself. And it's very successful. You could have a strong fire sign placement in your chart, but this is looking really good, all right? You're not invested in this whole thing. I think you're wanting to be more of an independent agent right now. You recognize this is to your advantage, and it brings you some kind of victory.